Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com, and today's topic is the love of pets. And the question that was sent to me is, hello Lynn, I'm wondering if animals, namely pets, come into our lives to finish off a relationship together. I had a little rat bag cat, and he was so feral I couldn't have him inside the house, and I couldn't pet him either. Regardless, we had a great relationship and I loved him very much. Then at the age of 4 he died. I truly miss his spunky nature. So when I put the question out there and focused on it, I immediately got that animals or pets, back and forth, just like people, come in and out of our lives for a specific reason. They can help teach us lessons that even people can't teach us, and they can become important parts of our spiritual growth. So sometimes they come into our lives because maybe there's something we need to learn, but we're not able to learn it through a human interaction or a human dynamic, so we need to experience it in a different way. And what was really cool when I read this question and I thought about that, and I started to get impressions and hear things, I saw two different examples really emerge to, I guess, help me understand it, or at least help me understand it so I could explain it to all of you in a more clear and concise way. So the first example that I saw to illustrate what I'm talking about was a person, and I saw this person and they had a dog, and this person, they seemed to be kind of shy, a little bit introverted, didn't really speak or socialize much. I mean, they knew how to act within society, and they, you know, could carry a job, all that kind of stuff, but it was just when they had free time or downtime, being around people and socializing, just, it wasn't their thing. It wasn't good or bad, it was just who they were. And I also got that because of, you know, maybe past wrongs that shaped them into who they currently were. They also had a lot of issues with, you know, trusting people or opening themselves up or being vulnerable, that type of thing. But because of this dog that they had, they were able to open themselves up and express love where maybe they normally wouldn't have been able to do that or have that emotion or share that emotion. She wasn't worried about, you know, a dog betraying her or breaking her heart or abandoning her or doing something that broke trust. Like all those kind of things, those were non-issues in this dynamic. She could be vulnerable, open herself up, share love, exchange love, but didn't have all the other reservations that would have hindered that type of emotion from being shared. So because pets don't have that, I guess, ability to hurt or do things or, you know, betray or all of that, you pretty much, you get what you give when it comes to a pet. You don't have all that other stuff in the way. So even though this human interaction or wasn't a human interaction, the person still could feel the loyalty and love, and that was a lesson that needed to be learned in this life, and a lesson that needed to be felt in order to grow and expand. And then my mind went to the significance of animals, and there was this guy, and he had a grandfather. His grandfather liked to carve things out of wood. Had things all around his house, and there was this one special carving that was a bluebird. It had a bluebird, baby bluebirds, there was this nest, all this kind of stuff. Really cute little setup. And this guy would always talk to his grandpa about this carving. Thought it was really cool, just the detail, all of that kind of stuff. And so when his grandpa got older and he became ill, ended up in a nursing home, then passed away, I'm like seeing this timeline progression. I saw that this boy who, you know, grew up, then turned into a man, was out mowing his grass and doing yard work, and then all of a sudden this bluebird is following him around, and everywhere he went, bluebird would sit in a tree, and it was just the most strange thing. But in this boy's mind and heart, he knew that that was a sign from his grandpa being in spirit. And so this sign was a spiritual lesson. So sometimes the lesson is in our physical form in our current life, and sometimes it's a spiritual lesson. It just depends. But nonetheless, animals in general and pets can play a big part of our expansion of of growth and wisdom, knowledge, experience, and all those kind of things. So they're very important and they should not be discounted. And so really that was all that I got, but very cool reading. I enjoyed tapping into this, really interesting. So please feel free to leave a comment, like me, share me, pass my work around. All that really helps me out a lot in this shadow banned and suppressed world that we live in currently. So all those things, they help me out tremendously. And again, I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com. Thank you. Bye.